Hello everyone, so tonight we're trying out something new. Like something very new, as one thing, this is the first time I'm streaming this game, and the first time I'm streaming a mobile game. Which the setup isn't ideal. It's using this like open source program that I found that mirrors from my phone. And this particular game called Q, Cards, Universe, and Everything, does not have a landscape mode, so we're stuck with quite a bit of space. And also, apparently, it mirrors just the screen and not the sound, so that's I've got that's probably why I've got Simon pressed on right now. Okay, hold on, why is... If the song's title is short enough, it can end up not visible on screen with the way I've got it set up now. So much like Mythgard, it started me off with a cutscene, and as soon as I selected to like log in or start a new account or whatever, but fortunately it's a tap to continue type deal, so if you've ever wondered what would happen if you pitched Julius Caesar against a humpback whale, or whether the Triceratops and T-Rex ever got along, or why this unfortunate looking dugong was the original mermaid, you've come to the right place. I'm Earth. Earth, you'll recognize me as the thing you live on, and I'll be your guide to cards, the universe, and everything. Oh, it is the universe and everything. I'm pretty sure somewhere on like the official pages for it, they skipped the which you call Q cards for short. Okay, so let's play. In Q, both players play at the same time. For the battle, drag your card to any slot. So I've got... Let's see, I've got Chrysler Building, a Leopard Seal, a Blue Marlin, the Space Shuttle Discovery, and the Milky Way. Might as well just play the Milky Way just right away. Your opponent's card has power of 9 and will push the shield towards you. Your card has a power of 49, which will push the shield back into a winning position. Because, you know, the Milky Way is kind of more powerful than a singular dinosaur. The player with the most power after 3 turns wins that round. You're winning by 40 power. Cards cost energy to play. You have 9 energy to spend this turn. Right. You know what? Might as well just go buy the most powerful cards. Which means it's time to bust out the Chrysler building. And throw in the Space Shuttle Discovery. Hey, why not? And also I'm a frog for some reason. Ah yes, the great battle between a space shuttle and the Chrysler building and a fish. This is why I wanted to stream this game. Because it's just the scenarios are amazing. Let's see, we've got 8 power, so let's bring in, for some reason, Dutch Hand is more powerful than Alan Turing, I guess because it's an animal. Oh, apparently it's also got an area boost. It's just gonna get boost of 89. A Dutch Hun and an Ocelot beat out a solar eclipse. First of 3 rounds, it lands us a winner. Good luck. Also, it's a very simple game. At least on the surface. Turn takes place in a different arena. Cards that match the arena will get a bonus. Arena gives a bonus to oceans and sea. This arena gives a bonus to oceans and seas cards. You can play any cards you have energy for. Well then, I guess we might as well go for our most powerful sea card in the form of the leopard seal, and throw in this limited card, Gestornus. Don't worry, it's as view is as tiny on my screen as it is undoubtedly in your view. Right, let's see. You have a strong C card, so might as well play the Blue Marlin and bring in a Kinkajou. Since we've got the energy. Witchhead Nebula Cackle. When players get it +1 energy, turn something. Right. So we're out of water cards right now. So might as well just bring out the best things we've got. Like the Protoceratops. It uses all of our energy, but it definitely beats the Forum of Rome. Ooh, round 3 history. So, Sanctuary of Delphi and Mummies just got stronger. Special abilities are game changers. Tap to view a card's ability, tap again and return to play. Okay. Fusion ingredient. Home advantage when draw on receive 3 energy. Right, so you could play Alan Turing. In fact, we might as well because he's actually stronger than Mummies, so. Which also the Mummies I don't think are a history card. I think they're like a desert card. I have no idea how many card types there are. If you've got a carousel and the Utahraptor, which are beat by Alan Turing in the sanctuary of Delphi. Awesome, you got a shark. It might be worth holding on to this card for another turn. Do you want to maybe explain why? Okay. So that's that Angkor Wat. It just demolishes a soft-shell turtle and sand tiger shark. Really? Really, game? Sharknado, when drawn, Tornado. Sharknado, when drawn, your Shark's cards have 15 power this turn. They have plus 15 power. Cards can have all sorts of abilities. Get to know all your cards well if you want to become a master player. Which I did notice in the screenshots they show out on the Play Store, or one of the things that you can have in your deck is Bigfoot, and he gives a bonus to your primates. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix that issue. Yeah, with the... I'll worry about it off stream. Winning takes precedence over all. There's no gray area, no almost. Kobe Bryant. Playing games earns you coins and the XP. You keep winning like this, and you won't be able to spend your points fast enough. Right now, it's time to properly set up my account, I guess. By choosing an avatar, we've got quite a variety, including a frog, a blood moon, and a shark. So some of these are looking like... Some of these are bordering on the Windows XP default all the icons. I feel like I've seen the exact soccer ball stock image. Years ago. You know what? Let's keep the happy frog. Wow, you're a natural. Great to have you on board. What was your name again? The neat thing about this particular program for mirroring phones is that it allows you to control with a mouse and keyboard. Alright, time to open my welcome pack. 30 gems, because of course there's gotta be some kind of premium currency. You know, it's a free-to-play mobile game. 500 coins, well 5,000 coins. Earth, just the planet Earth. Blue shark. Cards can be about anything and everything. Stegosaurus, fusion ingredient. And the Parthenon. Red-eyed tree frog. Looks like you got some nice cards to get you started. Tornado. To play this game, you'll need cards. Cards usually come in packs. Next, arcaneArtist. Complete the Get Started checklist for an awesome pack. Alright, why do they want me to need to do? Right. Buy a pack with coins or gems, create an account. And just sure, I'll claim my free spinner reward. Because of course there's also gotta be one of those. Oceans and seas. Oh, it's just straight up a pack of cards. Neat. And it had 1,500 coins in it. They are being pretty generous so far, but I'm sure that's gonna stop at some point. Great Barracuda, the water sprinter. When returned to your deck, lose 1 energy. Really? That's it? Just the 1 card? Yeah, I called it. I called the end of their generosity. Right. You create an account. Probably do that off stream if I even bother coming back to this game. Right, so gotta buy a pack to continue progressing on the. Ooh, got like Halloween packs. History booster, life on land, dogs. Sharks, carnivores. So it looks like the boosters are like sets, they're themes. Which makes sense because I mean usually sets in a trading card game go off of some kind of like story progression. And like unless they're gonna follow along with the progression of reality, I guess, there isn't really much story progression for them to do. Okay, we can get a pack that's just random cards. Those as well. So you've got 6,750 coins and 60 gems, so yeah, let's go with the one with a werewolf on it. Each pack has a 10% chance of containing a zombies, mummy, or enemy, witch, or werewolf card. Right, have to open. Thresher Shark. Oh, there's more information. Did you know? For those of you that haven't done any threshing recently, let's recap. After reaping a harvest such as wheat, the grain, the edible bit, needs to be separated from the straw. While waiting for the combine harvester to be invented, farmers used to hit the wheat repeatedly with a flail to loosen the grain. The Thresher Shark is so named because its tail acts a lot like this flail. Now, the shark approaches a school of fish and it whips its tail to stun/kill a few before eating them. Discovery Channel have a great video of this that makes it look like an attack from Street Fighter 4, specifically. Like, specifically Street Fighter 4. I've got a Lovelace. One of the one of the less credited and less often credited parents of modern computing. Logic bomb. When played, your opponent's science cards have -10 in power this turn. Did you know? English mathematician Ada Lovelace, the daughter of poet Lord Byron, is considered the first computer programmer for writing an algorithm for a computing machine in the mid-1800s. Lady Byron, her mother, worried that she would follow in her father's footsteps. That's a story for another card, let me tell you. It immersed her in mathematics from a young age. Lady Byron herself had a pretty cool moniker. She was the Princess of Parallelograms. At age 17, Ian Lovelace became the protege of Charles Babbage, the father of the computer. He contended that the computers would only be able to crunch numbers, but it aided Muse that virtually any piece of content, music, images, text, trading cards, could be translated into a unified digital form and manipulated by a computer. Her vision could not be realized in her own time, but you can see the results of her ideas today. Look, like right now, the device you're reading this on operates on might not be he displaying images and text or exist if she hadn't dreamed it. Chlorine. Do you know chlorine Cl is used to sterilize his drinking water and disinfect swimming pools, as well as being used in the manufacture of many products such as paper, medicine, textiles, and plastic. However, in natural gas form, chlorine can be harmful to humans, making it difficult to breathe and irritating eyes, ears, and skin. If you ever had a chemistry lesson where you missed the instructions on a chlorine experiment, you will know what I'm talking about. Waste to energy. You know what they say about how one man's trash being another man's treasure? Wasted energy uses garbage. It's just a primary fuel for the generation of electricity. Typically, wasted matter is burned in an incinerator, with the resultant heat used to make steam, which then drives a turbine to generate electricity. Not quite what Marty Robbins was singing about. Atlantic walrus. The scientific name for the walrus is Urbanus rosmarus, which is Latin for toothed walking seahorse. Although this time the people that name animals had a good reason for calling it that. Walruses have been known to use their tusks to climb up onto ice sheets. So, a seahorse, though. So we'll call it even for now. Walruses are awesome at withstanding cold temperatures, as well as multiple layers of insulating blubber under their skin, and up to 10 centimeters of it. They can also divert our blood away from the skin to their organs that need it most, and which won't lose heat. You can then tell when they're doing this as their skin almost turns white. And that's all the cards we got. So no werewolves or anything. Kind of disappointing. Alright. Welcome to your card collection. You see God/all. You see God/want/all tabs to see what you already have, which cards to target next. Have the sort button to find exactly what you're after. So, Great Barracuda, Atlantic Walrus, there's Blue Shark, Basking Shark, Sandbar Shark, Thresher Shark, the Fifth Force. Four forces are responsible for all known interactions in nature: electromagnetic, gravitational, strong nuclear, and weak nuclear, which, okay, they will allow now, but they're kind of the same thing. They're not weak nuclear, actually closer. They're electromagnetic. You sacrifice accuracy for or cheap. You've got you sacrificing accuracy for a cheap gag charlatan, Ed. Oh, and they've got a reward. Heard apparently. In 2015, physicists of the Hungarian Academy of Sciences saw anomalies in some data that they were studying. They knew what to expect if any of the four conventional forces were at play, but the results pointed to something else having an effect. We're still not sure exactly what the force is or how it works. Like this ever stopped us making a cue card or before. It's speculated that it's a form of electromagnetism that physically acts upon electrons and neutrons. However it works, if physicists were able to understand it, it help them reach the grand unified theory. And it's just sort of here in a card game with less power than a blue shark. Space Odyssey, these solar golden arches. Ancient Greece, these herbivores, awesome aviation. There's like a lot of different like sets. Oh, Fallingware, I think there's a Lego set of that. Despite considerable success in his early career, by the 1930s, Frank Lloyd Wright was struggling to find work, as well as a string of personal scandals. The Great Depression had put a stop to most building projects. It was during this time, at the age of 67, that he received the commission for Falling Water from Edgar J. Kaufman. It would go on to become one of the most celebrated pieces of architecture in the world. The Weekend House, now a museum, was designed to blend in with the landscape and is in harmony with the waterfall behind it, well, below it. Even though the Kaufmans never had expected a property with a view of the waterfall, rather than being part of it, Fallingware's muted color palette is in keeping with his philosophy of organic architecture where art and nature combine. Fusion cards are exemplars of awesomeness with game-changing abilities, but you need the right ingredients to create them. Tap on any fusion card to view its recipe, then collect and trade either way to completing it. Got Zeus, Humpback Whale, Emerald Tree Boa, the Veil Nebula. So it seems like probably make these by getting full sets of fusion and components from a set. we're far from being able to do that. In Q, you use cards to make more competitive decks. Let's see what the starter deck has. I think we're already viewing the starter deck. It's got Earth, Parthenon, Stegosaurus, Athena, Blue Shark, Spartan Helmet, Shiba Inu, Poodle, Red-Eyed Tree Frog, Argentinosaurus, Triceratops, Da Vinci's Aerial Screw. I think it's a starter deck, or is this just the cards we own? This is a starter deck because it doesn't have a Lovelace in it. Checking for updates. Got a daily reward to claim, which is another pack, free trades, 2,000 coins. Oh, just that? Okay. Let's try another casual match. In Q, you use cards you collect, make your own decks. You've made a deck, your deck to start, so you can dive right into playing. Right, so might as well just find a match against somebody else new to this game. Round 1, Paleontology plus 10. Okay, don't have any Paleontology cards, but I do have a strengthened strengthened Shark. Although really, it probably would have been better to play the Poodle. Because... oh, actually, I can just take that whole move back. And Great Barracuda just gets completely demolished by a Poodle. Let's see. So we've got... right, so let's just go for the strongest move available, which is to go at them with a tornado and a frog against Centaurus. Right. See. Just gonna play Shiba Inu. That just wrecks a dinosaur. Round 2, Space plus 10. Still no cards that match that, so... let's see... well, I can play a couple buildings because I can play Falling Water and the Parthenon. Looks like the more cards you play, the better. A lot of the time. Grand Design, return to your deck. I did not read what that said. I probably should have done it before. I probably should have read it before I played it. But oh well. Triceratops time. You played, your cards have +5 power this turn. Well, not gonna benefit from that at all. Okay. He drew the Earth. So... while it matches, I'm gonna go ahead and just play one of these more expensive cards. There's the Da Vinci's aerial screw. Round 3, life on land, plus 10. Let's see, got 9 energy, so... let's see... I think I can bring in the 5th force into Earth. Yeah, that's gonna be stronger than just playing the blue shark. I'm just gonna demolish that yellow tang. Right now, let's see. Seven. Alright, looks like it's blue shark time. Arch enemy. See, we've got a few opportunities to play a couple cards. However, I think, yeah, Stegosaurus is gonna be stronger than any of the other options. Alright, we won. The world won't care about your old defeats if you can then start anew and win success. Burton Haley. I have an option to watch an ad, but I'm not about to. Challenges unlocked. Earn coin rewards by completing challenges. Look for this button. New challenges available each day and a maximum of 3 at any one time. You can solve 1 challenge per day. Yeah, it's the same mechanic that's in every virtual card game. Roar are winning 3 paleontology arenas. 1 small step winning 3 space arenas. Sea breeze winning 3 oceans and seas arenas. Let's see. Oh, okay. Do we get to see any signs of anything to spend and or coins on other than buying packs? So let's just buy a pack from cards from any base collection. See, Gray Reef Shark. Did you know the Great Reef Shark is a formidable hunter with a killer sense of smell and a tendency to hunt in packs? Surrounding their prey, it is very rare that they are threatening humans, but we advise against putting that theory to the test. There's the Isle of Corfu. Corfu is an island off the northwest coast of mainland Greece. The poet Apollonius of Rhodes named it dripping in his epic work Arcanautica, after the Greek word for sickle. That was hiding the hiding place of the sickle that Kronos, let's take your pick. They could use it to castrate Uranus. Sure, the island is shaped like a sickle, but Apollonius' version is more fun. The Octavius, frozen in place when drawn, locked this card until the end of the round. Legend has it that the Octavius was discovered in 1775 by a whaling ship called the Herald, which came across a badly beaten schooner drifting off the coast of Greenland, and the captain ordered a boarding party of 5 to investigate. And as they made their way below deck, they discovered 28 soldiers stiff and motionless. They entered the captain's office. They found him at his desk, stiff and blue with a pen in his hand. And the last entry of in the ship's log was from November 11th, 1762. Meaning the ship had been lost into the Atlantic for 13 years. Now this all sounds a little too creepy to be true. No likelihood is only partially true. Earlier versions of the story featuring a different ship called the Gloriana, where it placed it in that sentence. Also, Storm Petrel. Stormfront, when drawn, give your Forces of Nature cards plus 25 power until played. Wilson's Storm Petrel is named after the Scotch-American and ornithologist Alexander Wilson, and not sadly, the volleyball that Tom Hanks anthropomorphizes to stop him going insane in Castaway. Petrel part of the name is a biblical reference to Saint Peter. Peter is encouraged by Jesus to walk off the side of a boat, and his faith allows him to walk across the water to meet him. Wilson's storm petrels cannot actually walk on water, but they do have the ability to hover over the water's surface while hunting for food. They use their feet for stability, which sort of looks like they're walking on the water. It's a rather small seabird, the smallest warm-blooded animal that breeds in the Antarctic, in fact, which can be found all over the southern oceans of the world. It's also one of the most numerous, with the estimates putting the worldwide population at 30 million birds. Heart Nebula, Heart and Soul. When played with Soul Nebula, give that card plus 30 power. People that name space things were given a gift with this one, a great big emission of light in space that resembles a heart. A bit. Forget about it, let's all leave early. This particular nebula is hosted several very young stars, and at only 1.5 million years old, they're practically babies for for comparison. Our sun is a very old 4.6 million. Burj Al Arab, Pride of Dubai, when it played with the Burj Khalifa, give it plus 30 power this turn. And perhaps the most impressive feature of Dubai's most iconic luxury hotel, Burj Al Arab, is hidden below ground level. It's actually built on an artificial island on top of a 230 mile deep concrete piles covered with a special surface layer to defend against erosion. It took longer to reclaim this island from the sea than it did to build the hotel itself. The building itself is designed to resemble a sail, whereas the room costs are designed to resemble a lot of money, 800 euros per night. Scorpion fish is spiked when and played, your opponent loses -1 energy each turn until the end of this round. Well, that doesn't look anything like a scorpion, but it sure does sting like one, though it may look like a piece of coral with eyes. It's covered in spines that are coated in numerous venomous mucus. Fortunately, it's very rarely fatal. Most scorpion fish deaths occur because of allergy in the venom trigger an anaphylactic shock. Atlantic wolffish. Wolf it down. When played, give lupus, even if it's in your deck, +20 power until it's played. The Atlantic wolffish, in common parlance, is not much of a looker, with a face like a painter's overalls and teeth that would make a British dentist wince. Its name, in particular, derives from its protruding fangs. They are, however, indisputably cool. So cool, in fact, that their circulatory system has had to develop a natural antifreeze in order to keep the blood moving. That's all our new cards. New themes. What are these themes? Avatars, emojis, backgrounds, quips. If you've got it, haunted. Too bad we don't have enough. Fortunately, we don't have enough gems, so I'm gonna have to pass on that. Let's see what announcements. There's electrifying. Open YouTube. I don't need to open YouTube right now. Let's see. So we've got some fish. We're definitely getting a lot of stuff for like water, especially sharks. There's a see, which I mean we do have a tornado, so yeah, we can perhaps build like a cards from your collection to add them to your deck. Decks must contain 18 cards. You can choose any you like. It's not about big numbers, but compare to how much power a card has compared to the energy it uses. You can filter and sort your cards using this button. You can always use autocomplete to get you started. It's just like throwing all of our sharks and tornado. That's a start. So I believe, yeah, if we throw in the Wilson Storm Petrel, then the tornado will get a bump if we draw it. Do we have any other Forces of Nature cards? Let's see. Subcategory. Is it feet? You've got some other Forces of Nature, then That would be great. Nope. Literally our only Forces of Nature card. Is a tornado. So yeah, let's just autocomplete for now. Complete deck. You choose deck image. I got a variety. Might as well see if there's any that depict a shark. Or first and foremost. Nope, guess the humpback whale is gonna have to do. Right, deck saved. Let's see if we can't maybe hit some more. Oh, we got another spin on the wheel. Rare card. Right, 1,500 coins. And a mule. Crossbreed and play with the Zorsk. Give it a plus 30 power this turn. Do you know? No? Ever heard the phrase stubborn as a mule? Well, unhear it if you can. And mules are among the more docile creatures on the planet. A mule is a cross between a male donkey and a female horse. Unless it's from Moscow, where it's a cocktail. It's a hardier beast of burden compared to a donkey or horse. It's also according to the 13th century Franciscan monk Bartholomeus Anglicus, a producer of dung, which is a great remedy for scorpion stings. We don't recommend trying that, so don't get stung. Let's see if we have 3,000 coins is enough to get us some more Forces of Nature. I think maybe there's no option to just get a Forces of Nature pack. Just gonna, yeah, no. Finding just a Forces of Nature pack is not an option. You've gotta wait for a pack like this to just show up. So you know what? Let's try out our deck. Just see how it does. Against the exact same person from before. Probably the only person in the world playing. They're probably the only other person in the world playing this game at almost 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Alright, after a great start, see, you're drawing your sharks, those cards, even if they're in your deck, plus 15 power until played. So might as well bring in the Thresher Shark. Yeah, why did I only get to play the one card? I mean, I had another card that I would like to have played, like Poodle and A Lovelace. I think I might have clicked play cards by accident or something. It looks like they're playing a different deck as well. Let's see, Tornado and Wilson Storm Petrel. I think. So no, I think we only had 7, so I don't think we could have actually played the Blue Shark that turn. Right, so we're now on Ocean, so guess we're bringing in Falling Water, and actually, let's hold back on Falling Water. I kind of intended to play cards that turn, but okay, game. In that case, I'm just gonna come at you real fast with 3 different cards simultaneously. One of which is 87 power. And I got an additional 1 energy from being full to bursting. Right. Can't play that this turn. Guess we might as well play the... Actually, no. Da Vinci, his aerial screw is better than the Isle of Corfu. Alright, so we've got the Octavius back and ready to go, but gonna slam that down. Don't have the energy to play more than 1 card. But hey, it's 91 power. Alright. Ooh, home advantage. Means Isle of Corfu plus Great Barracuda. If I had something for 2, I probably would have played that instead. And their shit just got demolished once again. Right. Just gonna play a Great Reef Shark. Just demolishes the Samurai and Ada Lovelace. Alright. Once again with the same Burton Bradley quote. Oh, and you can get a log. You know, just to shake things up, let's watch an ad. See what it ends up being. There's not gonna be any sound. Because this program doesn't capture sound for some reason. It just reflects the screen. It's actually kind of nice ad. Like, Like, I've definitely seen worse ads. They've made progress on our missions. And, hey, that stick seems to be fairly effective. So let's just keep going with it. And keep demolishing the same person over and over. Which maybe this is just like an AI, because like, hey, for, you know, the times when, you know, there's no actual other players online. Wait, let's bring in the Spartan helmet and Ada Lovelace, I guess. Just barely won that round. Hey, we have a Thresher Shark to play now, and we're in the Oceans and Seas arena, so it has an advantage. Oh, we actually lost that one. Well then, guess I'm just gonna have to play Blue Shark. And just win handily. That was a lost turn. Let's see. Ooh. Too bad we didn't get a boost for the tornado, so it's not as strong as it could be, but let's just play it anyway. A tornado and a bird managed to beat like nuclear power. Boy, falling water matches. But at the same time, it's... we might as well play Da Vinci's Aerial Screw. Because it's just a stronger card than Falling Water. Wait. Just gonna play the Octavius. Ooh. We got a pretty good turn there. But I still won. Because, you know, it's just numbers. Right, paleontology. Don't have any. I don't think I even have any paleontology cards in this deck, so I'm just going to play the Isle of Corfu. Against a painted frog for a fish and a shuriken. That was actually a loss. Loss on that one. Let's see. So bring in a poodle. Got quite a few cards. All cards have -10 power this turn. Poodle was just powerful enough to bring it into our favor. So let's no, we bring in the Great Barracuda, then we'll actually get more power. I think this is actually cutting it pretty close. But hey, it was still a victory. It's deeply satisfying to win a prize in front of a lot of people. Sure, let's see what our next ad is. Just to start gaining some more of the premium currency. Yeah, at least none of them are playing sound, because the way I'm mirroring my screen doesn't even. I'm mirroring my phone screen so I can stream this game. It doesn't capture sound. Just probably I've got song requests on right now. Right. Let's play another match. Ooh, looks like it's taking a little longer. Maybe Aziraphale got tired of getting their ass beat. He didn't left the game. Oh, it's a new person this time. Mort. Space plus 10. Right, so just gotta shark it up real quick. Played, your opponent takes -3 power per turn. Ooh, that was a close one. Inner power was -3. Let's see. Bring in a basking shark and a great barracuda though. Plus 62. Ooh, this might actually be a loss. Oh, it's gonna play a poodle, and hopefully that will bring things back into my favor. Nope, it did not bring things back in my favor. Right. However, we do have the Octavius now, so we can just, it's available, and it matches the arena, so it's at a significant advantage. Right. Sandbar Shark and let's throw in the tornado. You're not going. I think this person might actually be like, they're better at this game than Mort was, that's for sure. Not Mort, Aziraphale. Because like, I'm not just demolishing them every round. I already set the play card. Ooh, and that's... Oh! Just barely managed to bring that back into my favor. Life on land. Final match. Final round. Isle of Corfu, let's go. I think these are some tight matchups. Alright, home advantage, so we've got plenty to splash around with. 100 power. Granted, got minus to 80, but dang, that was a real rough one. So I hope we can pull something together this last this match. I believe that. Nope, that did not. Oh wait, it's best of 3 basically, so we just move on to the paleontology arena. So now this is where everything counts. Seeing it 1 in their favor. The gray reef shark. Played your opponent has minus 10 power. Ooh. Yeah. They were playing like a strong debuff game. Let's bring in. Do I not? Oh, we're at 7. So, alright, got that in my favor at the last minute. So now it's on to one last arena. Bring in the pool, I guess. You lost that because you minus 10 your own stuff. Right, the tornado has been drawn. However, see, okay, best move I've got pretty much is tornado plus Great Barracuda. Play playing cards. Right, keeping it in my favor. And I've got 8, so I can bring in Blue Shark to hopefully finish this out. Come on. Yes. Can't believe I'm actually into this weird mobile game that I opted to stream on just a whim. When you win, say nothing. When you lose, say less. Paul Brown. So it's, oh, another happy color ad. Really wants me to get into this coloring game, and doesn't it? Open new world of coloring, adult coloring book. this was a much more intense match than any I've played before. Weekly leagues unlocked. Congratulations, time to put your deck to the ultimate test. No, I don't feel like giving you a review right now. Let's see. Let's just keep going with casual play. I might consider getting a pack of cards since this deck actually seems to be not as good as it could be, that's for sure. Ooh, another new person. And Bread Jenny. Life on Land. Let's see. Thresher Shark and Ada Lovelace. Start off strong. Alright. Sharks are pumped up. Since I drew the tornado, so Athena and Basking Shark. I like that Athena's just got 14 power. Like there's so many things that are just stronger than Athena. You know, a literal goddess. Let's see. Sandbar Shark and Tornado. This is a nice round 77. I get the feeling that this is not going to go well. No, it isn't at all. Wait. We actually won that one, so now we're at the advantage as we have entered into the oceans. Just gonna start out waiting for our opponent to reconnect. Apparently somebody's having some technical difficulties. Your opponent disconnected. Winning doesn't always mean being first. Winning means you're doing better than you've ever done before. Bonnie Blair. Alright, ad time again. Happy color ad time again. I'm mostly just watching the ads to maybe get one of the theme packs they've got. Right. Let's play another match and see if we get an opponent that doesn't disconnect spontaneously. Oh, huh. There's just nobody available? Okay. We got Blazing Hamster 77, although they're journeymen as opposed to a newbie. So who knows how this match is gonna go. Right. Just gonna Basking Shark and Athena. Like 72 versus my 67, so they had the advantage. However, I now have an advantage in the form of Tornado and Wilson Storm Petrel versus a Chrysler building. Right. So you've only got one card we can play, either Spartan Helmet or the Scorpion Fish. Guess we're playing the Scorpion Fish. And Scorpion Fish is losing by 2 points. However, because we were already at an advantage, that wasn't too bad of a loss. Right, let's come out of the gate strong with the Octavius versus this is a Nebula. Right. Gonna bring in Darwin's aerial screw once again. Just gotta maintain the advantage. Right. Isle of Corfu it is, I guess. Oh, actually, I think I could. No. I don't think I could have played it better. Ooh. Lost that one by 3. Like, I don't think there was a better option. Hey, Alovla Haze is more powerful in this arena. Let's bring her out. However, just got kind of demolished on that one. Let's bring in a blue shark. Hope we don't get demolished again. Cassiopeia. Ooh. The win for this one goes to whoever can get most power. Got 106, although they just reduced it by 3. But that's still more than enough. Right. Round 4, Life on Land. And just gonna bust out the Great Reef Shark. And it was what at least appeared to be a tie, but I guess not. Let's see. Looks like the bet about the best player guy is Basking Shark plus the Great Barracuda. If we can get one more win here, then we'll have will have defeated a more experienced player. Right. Tornado and the Earth, I guess. Versus a Chrysler building. Ooh. Well, it all comes down to this last one. In space. Let's see. This will open with Scorpion Fish and Athena. 62. And it actually perfectly balances. Right. Let's see, these two cards will be stronger than the one Spartan helmet, so guess we're playing those two. Right. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to play the Octavius at all. We're at a big disadvantage here because we've got two fairly weak cards to try and fight back with, but we actually won that one. Which means I defeated somebody more experienced at this game. There's a pleasure in being the winner of the loser ain't a lot. I know they've lost. Terry Pratchett. Right. Another idle old life sim. I'm gonna add. We've almost got our goals, our missions completed. I believe there's another reward to space. But 1,500 coins. New card, Juno. As NASA explained, the Roman god Jupiter drew a veil of clouds around himself to hide his mischief, and his wife, the god Juno, was able to appear through the clouds and reveal Jupiter's true nature. Juno, a space probe launched in 2011, was designed to do just that, and will take measurements from the planet until 2021, when it will deliberately disintegrate in Jupiter's atmosphere. In case you've ever wondered how far our universe a Lego minifigure has traveled, well, Juno has 3 of them on board. One of the gods Juno, one of the god Jupiter, and one of Galilei. And it's just that one card. Right. I failed to actually check out the stats on Juno, so let's check that out. 17 for 2. Better than Athena. So let's take Athena out of our deck. Meg and replace her with Juno. No space technology. Right. Let's just keep on. You know, let's try a league and see how badly I get demolished. Every game you play in leagues counts towards your progress. Win prizes every week. Win trophies and move up the ranks. At the end of the week, prizes are awarded and trophies are reset. Let's just see how quickly I get just utterly demolished. For some reason... Well, something's gone wrong. Because the audio for song request just stopped playing spontaneously. There we go. Guess there's something wrong with that particular song or something. Collection bonus. Sharks plus 55. Ooh. What is happening right now? I guess impromptu epilepsy warning. Because I feel like this is as the game starts to freak out. Now all of a sudden especially difficulty warm-up exercise. If this is a warm-up exercise, I don't know what the actual league matches are like. Right. Something real bad is happening. I'm going to go to the technical difficulties screen so you know, I have to show parts of my actual like phone screen outside of the game. Alright, everything seems to be fine. I'm gonna try again to enter into a league match. And hopefully that won't happen again. Collection bonus, Horrible Halloween plus 55, Sharks plus 55, Starting Energy 7, Energy per turn 7, Max Energy 20. Oh! Mort's back! I wonder... What exactly does the plus 55 collection bonus mean? Oh, it means that cards from that particular collection get a bonus. Okay. That sounds like it's gonna be particularly fun. And once the bonus for Sharks comes into play, given that this is a primarily shark-based deck. Not sure if either of us have any horrible Halloween cards. Like Earth and Falling Water, I guess. But still maintaining the advantage. Ooh. However, it did just lose some energy. So this turn I've only got 5, so I better make it count with a basking shark. Alright, still pulled through. Round 10, round 2, just regular space. Just gonna start off strong with the Octavius. You know, 91 power or worth of ship. Oh, thanks for bumping my power up to 101. Well, I mean, they were playing mostly just as Ocean and Seas cards themselves, so which might as well just bring out. Let's bring out the Spartan Helmet and Juno. We've got 8, 7. Right, so perfectly balanced. Looks like the Sharks bonus comes into play at the very end. So we might not even see it. It happen because we are demolishing them. Like I think I've practically got this in the bag. If you had to see them play a shark, so they can win two rounds, and I can just. If they win 2 rounds, I'll just clean up with all of my sharks on that last one. Right. Unfortunately, I don't have the energy for Corfu. No, or Da Vinci's. He's an aerial screw, which is better than Corfu. Like, I've got 3 strong cards in hand, but like, won by 1 point. Same Terry Pratchett quote from before. Another happy color ad. And no, I'm just gotta wait like a few seconds to play through. Got 106 next gems, those in total, and one small step is completed. Let's just keep on going with league matches. Probably gonna at least keep going until... So yeah. Definitely seem to have sort of an advantage in this meta. If it's just always going to be the matchups that give a bonus to sharks. Sharks specifically. It's like if we can win these first couple bouts, and I think we can just demolish in the third one. Ooh. Got beat by Socrates in the last little bit there. Oh, gonna play Da Vinci. He's an aerial screw. Beat their card, but not by enough. Bring in the Isle of Corfu. Yeah. 66. Ooh, that's a loss. But hey, at least I can probably play some catch up with. No, gonna hold back on that and play Juno instead. At least, you know, if need be, I can play catch up in the third round, but just demolishing them via sharks. Right. Need Scorpion Fish and Ada Lovelace. The Monty Hall problem. The Monty Hall problem what appears to be some kind of fish or something. Alright. He got a tornado and Wilson Storm Petrel in the same turn, so no, the Wilson Storm Petrel had an advantage. Now we head into the sharks get a massive bonus in this area, so just gonna plop down a whopping 184. I'm going to be at a massive advantage in this round. It's just, and because I built so much of this deck around sharks. Although I might have just a round where I don't have a shark to play, apparently. So guess instead I'm just gonna... Guess I'll play a poodle instead. Hope they don't beat the poodle's ass too bad. And they did not. So... Okay, so Falling Water is at an advantage Mid here. I believe so. Falling water and earth versus sea otter. Right. Basking shark and great barracuda. Saving one so that I can play an 8 next turn. Yeah, I can bring in Da Vinci. He's an aerial screw. Except I can't because I lost just not enough energy. So guess I'm bringing in the Thrasher Shark instead. And as a result, and losing that round by 1 point. Alright. Time to Corfu, I guess, with 80. Corfu versus Sunshine. Then Blue Shark versus Giant Anteater. And it's full to bursting, so I got the 1 extra energy I need to play Da Vinci's aerial screw. And unless they just obliterate me this turn, I win. And they did not obliterate me, so I missed that quote. No, because I clicked through too fast. So let's watch this ad to gain some more gems, or whatever the premium currency is. And that's all of our missions completed. It's 2:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would just keep streaming until I can get the gems to finish getting the thing, but like I get the feeling that it might be tedious. So I think I might actually leave it here. One more. Just to round it out to a nice, even 2 hours of streaming. And I think let's do one more. Our league match. Energy per turn, max energy. Round 1, paleontology. Already off to a fantastic start with Ada Lovelace and Da Vinci's aerial screw, thanks to having drawn the earth in my opening hand. Starting off with nice 50. Then poodle time. See if they can beat 66. Doesn't look like it. Oh, they... Nope. They just barely did. Let's see... Let's bring in... No, let's actually bring in... Tornado and the Earth for 59. Well, actually, I think I could have gotten to 60 if I played Scorpion Fish and Great Ape Barracuda, but hey, honestly, the more sharks that I can... Actually, neither of those are sharks, so never mind. If I can get some sharks in my hand and keep them there, then I can just obliterate this person in round 3. He was, you know, plus 55 for all sharks. You know, let's bring in the Scorpion Fish and the Great Barracuda and keep the Gray Reef Shark in hand, because her hand just carries over between rounds. Things are not looking great. But hey, if I lose this round, then I can get a pretty easy victory in the next one. Right, that one was a loss. However, I have a well-stocked hand and to start out with a nice big 121. Right at their face. And got extra energy there for that. Oh, and I drew this Thresher Shark. So now all of my sharks are even more powerful. 129. Like... And... 202. I believe that brought up to the maximum too. Alright, science time. So A. Lovelace gets a bonus, but it's not her time to shine yet. It's time for the Isle of Corfu. So actually probably would have been better to play the Octavius. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been better to play the Octavius. But hey, that just means it's time to do that now. Right, brought it up to 4 at least. Let's bring in a poodle. 70 power. However, that's... Ooh. Alright, Life on Land. It's gonna be the final one. And I'm starting out ahead because as I drew the Earth. So... You know, with Da Vinci's aerial screw and Juno take the field. Well, right, and Basking Shark is at an advantage. Edge from drawing a tornado. Right, it all comes down to this one. And you got a nice bump for our tornado. Oh, from Wilson's Storm Petrel. Yeah, that's a victory. Far better is it to dare mighty things, to win glorious triumphs, even though checkered by a failure, than to to take rank with those poor spirits who neither enjoy much nor suffer much, because as they live in the great twilight that knows neither victory nor defeat. Wow, that was a lot. Let's watch an ad. Ooh, it's an ad for something else this time. We got 48 out of the possible whole 60 gems on the daily limit. You know, that's gonna do it for me tonight. So thank you all for watching. And Saturdays, Halloween's, we're gonna be doing Halloween special sorts. In the form of completing as much as we can, because I have no idea how long it is, of the Palace's Halloween tour. And there is no category for this game on Twitch from what I can tell, so might just end up having auto host handle it in here. There, or oh, this, I believe there's one of my followers is live, so I think this person's following me. Let me double check. So they're live with Arena, which I personally haven't been playing Arena recently because of, you know, Wizards being particularly scummy recently, but you know, that's just my decision to not to stream the game until they at least make good on their claim that they're going to print into non-Walking Dead versions of the Walking Dead secret lair cards. Because that's most likely when, if ever, I'll go back to playing that game. It's either that or there's just something that significantly catches my attention, like standard or something. Yeah, let's see. Alright, so this actually is not one of my followers. This is just somebody that I'm following, so I think I've rated them before. You know, let's just see if there's anybody streaming anything interesting in the Games Plus Demos category. There appears to be a game show. Is it a game show? I don't know. It says its category is a soccer. So you know what? Let's just see what this is. You know, why not? Alright, thank you all for watching. Next stream Saturday night with some more of the Palace. Which unfortunately it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do the other surprise thing because it has at least one physical component that I would have to order online, and tomorrow my time is Halloween, so